This is why you never provoke spirits. An overnight cleaning lady kept hearing things during her shifts, but when she told her friends, they wouldn't believe her. So one night before her shift, her friends dared her to record herself provoking these entities of the house. She would dearly regret this, since that house would end up being one of the most haunted houses in the world. Take a look.
What? Right, I'm coming out, wherever you are. This isn't funny no more. This is not funny! Off. Right, I've just shut door. Bed, I'm gonna sit on the bed. I daren't move. Oh! Oh! I want to go down. I'm just gonna ask the little girl that's in the little bedroom. Emma, I'm sorry for shouting, sweet. Will you open the door for me, please? I have just seen something. Right, that's it, I'm off down, I can't take no more.
This man found and moved into a really cheap apartment in Japan, but the apartment was haunted. Let me explain. A paranormal channel by the name Omagataki Film investigated the case after a man named Taguchi reached out to them for help. Taguchi explains to them, I was apartment hunting and found this super cheap deal, but it had a catch. The previous owner took his own life in the same room I would be sleeping in. I didn't believe in ghosts, so I signed the lease. He mentions that he now experiences sleep paralysis and hears voices late at night. And in his dreams, he says he sees a distorted, laughing face staring down at him as he lays there. The crew placed cameras overnight, and what they captured is straight out of a horror film. Take a look. You can see a pale figure standing in the hall, watching him struggle. As Taguchi wakes up, the figure vanishes. What's even creepier is that in that hall, there's a camera and captured a distorted face. The same face that Taguchi described in his dreams. This man was driving down a haunted road when this happened. On a late Sunday night, a musician by the name Eder Olivas was making his way home. His family had fallen asleep, so Eder was driving alone. He was driving through Highway Saltillo Torreon in Mexico, which is believed to be haunted from the many people that have lost their lives in these roads. While driving through the dark road, Eder sees something from the corner of his eye. You can see what looks like a headless woman running against traffic. Eder says he did not believe it at first, since he was so tired he thought he was hallucinating. But after reviewing the clip, that event will haunt his nightmares. He was camping in an abandoned tunnel when this happened. On May of 2019, Mr. Omega and his dog were on their way to do an overnight challenge for a video. The location they chose was of an abandoned tunnel, eerily named by the locals, the Railway to Nowhere. As Mr. Omega and his dog get comfortable and ready to sleep, they begin to hear something coming from deep inside the tunnel. He finds the toy playing a happy birthday song, and as he's looking around to see who did this,
hello?
He finds is horrifying.
What is that? Oh! Back! Hurry up! Back! Back! Get out!
A man can be seen inside the crevice of the tunnel, watching them. What makes this even creepier is that this tunnel is located in the middle of nowhere. So whatever or whoever did this purposely lured them there. This man was exploring a haunted prison and heard a weeping woman. What he found is horrifying. Late one night, Frank from Franco TV was exploring a Fortaleza Real prison in Peru. This place holds a dark past since over 50,000 inmates were executed. So many people have been buried in these grounds that their bodies began to surface the soil. Frank decides to descend onto the deepest chambers of the prison in hopes of capturing the paranormal. As he's making his way through the narrow halls, he begins to hear what sounds like muffled cries coming from deep within the chamber. Frank hears what sounds like a weeping woman just on the other side of the wall. As he gets closer to the voice, what he finds is horrifying.
What is this room?
Frank finds a statue in the middle of a dark and empty room. So, where were these voices coming from? These two guys were driving along a haunted highway when this happened. This eerie dashcam footage shows two guys driving along a highway in the middle of the night, when out of nowhere, a woman walks towards their truck. The two guys immediately stop the truck and call 911, but neither them or the police could find this woman. What's even creepier is that they would later find out that that figure that looked like a teenage girl had died in these roads. She had been making her way back home one night when she was hit by a truck. This grocery store actually had a tormented spirit or something locked inside their freezer. So a few years ago, a man by the name Tyler Rowe worked at a Kroger's grocery store in Powell, Tennessee. The staff claims that every morning at 9:01 a.m., someone or something starts knocking on the freezer door. This man went to explore the most haunted cemetery in South America, and what he captured is horror. This man wanted to capture whatever was haunting his apartment. What he sees will haunt him forever. Take a look. Urban explorer Frank from Franco TV visited the Presbítero Maestro Cemetery in Peru. He immediately found a ton of witchcraft, from voodoo dolls to carved scriptures all around the tombs. But Frank wanted to visit the crypt of a famous witch who died in 1897 by the name Gregoria Camacho. When Frank finds her crypt, something terrifying happens.
Isn't it? Hello?
He hears a woman laughing, but he can't find the source of the sound. Frank decides to continue, and as he's exploring these open crypts, he records another creepy encounter.
There's X's.
Frank doesn't notice, but you can hear someone whispering, "Hola."
You see that?
Is there a light? Is there a light in here? And there's nothing in here. There's nothing, nobody.
Just 1 minute later at 9:02 a.m., the door slams open, and the staff says this happens every day. What's interesting enough is 2 months later after posting the video, a Kroger's employee commented on the video confirming these events. They even replaced the freezer door, and it still continued.
Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Guys, gua udah zoom. Kadit. Gua udah zoom. Gua zoom, teman-teman.